it irritates me because they hurt people, make it harder to actually achieve that, and just act like an asshole all around. And people don't call them out enough, like, or criticize this kind of thing enough. I'm not a fan of saying call out, but they don't criticize this enough because they don't be called. Oh, I don't be called a bigot or whatever. Being called a bigot by a bigot doesn't really matter much. Like if a bigot's calling you sexist when really that's just them projecting, it kind of loses its weight, to be honest. Sorry for getting grumpy there, it's just that shite irritates me. But yeah, I was thinking about playing, doing the whole Mass Effect Dragon Age stuff. But I'm not sure if I'll deal with... Oh Christ. Deal with the new game or any of them at all, just because of that. Because the guy was even going into interviews, being grumpy as fuck over the new Deus Ex game. Because they had All Lives Matter poster in one of the concept arts. So yeah. Actually, speaking of all this, watched my very first Razor Fist video, actually, in relation, ever. I've been subscribed to the guy, I believe, for a while. Haven't ever watched a video of him. I only subscribed to him because Alpha Omega Sin liked him. And yeah, I watched my first video of him. I was actually on this topic. Mentioned some group, Nation of Domination. I don't know who they are, but I like their name. It's catchy. Beyond that, I have no commentary on them. But honestly, Razor Fist, I think that's the guy's name anyway, really makes me think of the guy who voices Iago. And he also makes me think of Spoonie at the same time. Something about his physique makes me think of Spoonie. Maybe it actually is him and he's his voice has changed. Who knows? But makes me think of him crossed with what's the guy who voices Iago again? And it's Iago from Aladdin. That's the only Iago I know of in any fiction. But yeah, it's like some weird combination of Spoonie and him. Awesome. But yeah, I'll probably end up watching more of his stuff. He seems cool. It kind of makes me think of, Alpha Omega Sin, who's another cool guy. Both of them are, get kind of grumpy in their videos quite frequently. So if that's not your kind of thing, that's fair enough. It's just a heads up kind of thing. There's actually something funny in one of the Alpha Omega Sin videos I saw. It's old by now. It's probably a year or two old. But time just flies. But a guy in China or like Korea or Japan, I can't remember which, stole from over 100 stores or 100 stores exactly by hiding in a cardboard box. I'm not kidding. That's apparently something that happened. I remember Alpha Omega Sin doing a video on it, but beyond that I haven't actually looked into it. Considering where it happened, I wouldn't exactly be able to just read up on, the news article on it or whatever. It was presumably in the native tongue or wherever it was. And I can't exactly read, kanji or any other thing like that. Nor, any of those languages, anything out there, I can't read it. I'm only good with English. Even Irish, my country's national language. I'm Irish for those who don't know. I've actually been told I have an American accent on at least 2 occasions in the past. Not here on YouTube, it was when I was younger. Just was, making sure it's damn clear. I'm shite at Irish, is basically what I'm getting at. I'm better at English than anything else. Remember being put down to how we teach Irish here. We don't teach it very well. But maybe I'm just not good at Irish. That's the teaching method more, you know, me at fault. Remember being okay at Spanish, at least for junior cert. Leaving cert was more awkward. Teaching methods changed, and it was like 2 fifth-year ordinaries in the same class, 2 fifth-year higher levels in the same class, and 2 sixth-year higher levels in the same class. As in the very same classroom, at the same time. Yeah. Teacher was also an asshole. I remind myself of a grumpy time. Never saw me coming. But yeah, teacher was an asshole. Just remember, I don't remember what she said. I just remember like her being a goat about something, like a serious asshole about something. I actually remember what it was now, but I kind of don't want to say it. While I have been grumpy in this video, I don't want to go there, you know. But yeah. Okay, let's reload. And here I was thinking of not recording. Like my head frequently feels like hazy, and so I end up feeling like, oh, maybe I shouldn't record. Oh, hey, big boy. But yeah, I frequently feel hazy and think I shouldn't record because I don't know how well I'll, you know, record. But I think this is turning out pretty goddamn well. Okay, just keep filling him full of that. Sounds like a good Friday night. Actually, speaking of that, I have 2 bottles of Witchwood Brewery stuff in the fridge. Have for the last a couple of months. Need to go drink them. Might record drunk. Don't know how hilarious that was, to be honest, though. Or like, you know, I'm not hilarious, but you know, I don't know how into that people were. I recorded, oh, what's the game called? It's the one where you play the freelance spy, and, Gunpoint. Keep wanting to say Deadbolt. Played that recently. Not really many people looked at it. Disappointingly. It's quite a fun game. Quite a good game. It's a 2D side-scroller. You play as a Reaper, and you have to basically clear out this area, clear your way through this place, of undead. Basically, you have to clear this place of undead, and you're being employed by like some sentient flame in your fireplace. You die in 1 hit, but so do at least the average goons you go up against. There's like different tier of enemies. There's like demon hellhounds. They take 2 hits. I think it depends on your weapon though. To go down. Zombies go down in 1 hit. Actually, I think it also depends on where you hit them. I honestly don't remember, but yeah, a lot of goons go down in 1 hit. Others take more. You also have a selection of like guns, pistols, silenced pistols, shotguns, be it the double-barreled or combat. You also can get, ooh, this is messy. Ooh, actually here you actually see the very first of those flying bitches. Oh, and you also can get a scythe. You can also take around hammers, be it sledge or small hammers, and knives. You can throw the normal hammer and the knife, but you can't throw the sledgehammer. You're not that strong. You can also, but though the sledgehammer, when you hit an enemy, is a 1-hit kill, though there's a bit of a wind up because it's a heavy ass weapon. Clarification: you don't wield it with your ass. It's heavy. It may be a heavy ass weapon, but it's not an ass weapon. But yeah, I highly recommend it. It's a very fun game. You know, give my videos on it a look if you're interested. If it sounds interesting to you first, though. That way, you'll actually be able to see some of the footage. Also, though, beware flashing lights in both my videos and the game itself. I eventually turned them off under like the 6th episode. Don't quote me on that. What was it? There is a feature to turn off flashing lights in the options menu. It's not on by default, so they are flashing lights normally, but you can disable them. In my early videos, though, there are flashing lights, like I was saying, until maybe the 6th episode, but I'm not certain. Don't quote me on that. So basically, if you have any sensitivity to flashing lights, keep that in mind. May not want to play the game.
You guys don't know it yet, but you are seriously doomed.
Yep. Also, speaking of doomed, Doom is another game I plan on playing. Yeah, the new Doom is something I plan on playing. I may play the rest of them at some stage. Like, I see no reason not to. It just all comes down to my own interest in it. Certainly I will play the first game. It was not the first game, the newest game, Doom. Because it sounds pretty damn awesome. I may also play the survival horror Doom. That's Doom 3 for those who don't know. Also planning on one stage playing the new Wolfenstein. I know I could melee code it and save some ammo, but I'm hesitant in just running up to the enemy because very chance of being ambushed. Okay. Armor full. Alright. Grab this then. I'm always looking up here because there is one secret on one level, and if you shoot it you get a cannon. I don't think I've passed it yet. How long is this level? Okay, go this way. They never give you a break, do they? Like, seriously. Christ. Ooh, another thing I'm planning on doing is, you know the, oh, bastard. You know the BioShock Infinite collection. It's a thing that's coming out in, I want to say it's coming out in September, but I don't remember if that's true. At least it's coming in September. From my perspective, by the time this is released, sometime in 2017. Remember, this is still 2016, like in August, before Legion's release. I will be... Oh yeah, I plan on doing BioShock. At some stage, the BioShock collection. Therefore, all the BioShocks, from 1 to Infinite, all over again. Okay, big boy's down. Probably didn't need to grab that armor just there. Don't think I'd taken 25 armor damage, but whatever. Let's switch out to Shoddy. Ooh, green gun. Nothing special. Didn't tell me it was locked. Wonder if I can blow that up. Ooh. Cool little thing. kind of made me think of those burial mounds that you find that we learned about in history class that are in Ireland. It's like some pagan thing. I'll be honest, don't remember much of the details. As I've said on many occasions in the past, my experience with my forte with history is of the ancient variety. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, shit, yeah. But yeah, my experience with history is of the ancient variety. Sorry, not the ancient variety, the classical variety. As in, Rome, the Roman Republic, and some ancient Greek plays and myths and all that. Well, let me correct that. The ancient Greek, some ancient Greek plays. Actually, no, I do know some myths. Never mind. I know about the one of what's his face, Prometheus. What, you know, Senor What's his face. That's what his friends called him. He wasn't exactly memorable. What can I say? Being tied to a rock for who knows how long really wrecks people's recollection of you. Side note, I am talking mostly out of my ass there. He was tied to a rock, but none of the rest of what I was saying was true. Beyond his name is Prometheus. For those who don't know, he gave the Greeks, gave humanity fire, according to Greek myths. And the gods were very angry about that, because fire was their thing. So, if I remember my horrible histories correctly, the gods punished humanity by giving them women. Yeah, I don't get it either. But anyway, yeah. He, and then Prometheus' punishment was to be strapped to a rock and have this certain bird come every day to eat out his to eat his internal organs out of his body. A certain type of internal organ, I think. He was a connoisseur. And, eventually Prometheus broke free with the help of Hercules. Was it Hercules? I know the Romans stole Hercules and called him a slightly different name, and yeah. But yeah, it was Hercules or Heracles. Broke him free, and then I think the guy tortured the bird for a bit. Prometheus tortured the bird. You know the baton passing in the Olympics? That actually stems from that myth. It's originally... here's a little thing about the Olympics. It's actually topical, because the Olympics are presently going on for me. The Olympics, if there was a war going on, the war would stop for the thing. Only men were allowed to participate and view the Olympics. The Olympics were also completely naked. On the former point, not the third point, but the second point, there is a story of a woman dressing up and pretending to be her son's coach, so she could see him participate within the Olympics. The fourth point, you know the batons? How they would there'll be a relay race or something. What do you call it, a relay race? But there'll be a race and you pass a baton from person to person, trying to get it to the end. Yeah, that baton's on fire. In the original version. I don't know why they no longer do that. Probably health and safety. Nor do I know where they got the Olympic torch idea from. A friend was guessing maybe they, basically took the idea of the flaming baton and just simmered it down into just, a guy running up to lighting a thing with a torch, rather than people risking setting their junk on fire. There's also I remember in the horrible histories, they were doing a newspaper thing as if, this newspaper was released at the time of some boxing match at the time, and yeah, it was pretty brutal actually. I remember, I think they're only meant to be punching each other, but a guy I think removed some guy's internal organ. He was some big burly guy going up against someone, substantially not, or really not as burly. I just remember him being the image in my head being some massive behemoth,